Hey there. So, Mercury has gone direct or is about to go direct. I didn't check the time, but I know it goes direct today. And guess what that means? It means that everything now that we do not desire, that we feel is bad or negative, is now our fault. We can no longer blame Mercury. Yay! So, I'm saying that in jest. That brings me to what I wanted to talk about regarding planets going retrograde and direct and all of that shenanigans. So I'm going to frame this in the context of Mercury going direct and retrograde, but what I'm going to say applies to all planets going retrograde. So you will often hear, or at least I know I often hear, people say, it's expecting the retrograde planet to affect you negatively. That is what makes you have negative experiences. So you therefore are creating your negative experiences by saying that it's the planet's fault. There are variations of that. And I hear that time and time again. And here's the deal. That's a true statement. At its core, at its essence, it's a true statement, but it's not as simple as that. It can be as simple as that, but you have to have a certain level of understanding for it to be that simple. Now, back in the day when I was first learning about all of this energetic stuff, my teacher Basha had said to me that she approaches Mercury retrograde by making the decision that she will experience no negative effects from the planet going retrograde. Just as simple as that. She knew the planet was going retrograde and she just made the decision that she was not going to have any negative effects. So I borrowed that from her, and every time the planet would go retrograde, I would make the decision that I was not going to have any negative outcomes from it. And the vast majority of the time, I was good. Every once in a while, something would happen. But I noticed that by just deciding that I was not going to have those negative effects, I was having less to complain about during Mercury retrograde. However, it really wasn't that simple. What it was me learning about what that planet governed or what parts of life are associated with the energies of Mercury and working with the energy. So rather than say, oh, just make up your mind that it's not going to affect you, I like to look at it as honoring and respecting the energies of the planet and working with them. So what does that look like? It's basically taking the physical actions that will allow my energetic desire to not have any negative effects manifest. So what does that mean? It means that if I know that Mercury governs communication, technology, anything mechanical, I'm going to be more mindful of those areas in my life. So with my communication, I'm going to do my part to make sure that I am being as clear and concise when I'm communicating. That might mean proofreading emails before I send them out, just to ensure that I'm using words that I really want to use, that my tone is really the tone that I want to convey in this email. It might mean that before I go into a meeting, I double check. I review the information that I'm going to be presenting in that meeting. Maybe I review it a little more than I normally would. And just doing my part to make sure that my communication is as clear and concise as possible, because there's always going to be the possibility that somebody misunderstands. So I want to do what I can to minimize the potential of being misunderstood. Now, as far as technology, is it practical to put off certain purchases before or for the 3 weeks that the planet's retrograde? Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. So maybe it means just doing a little extra research and ensuring that that purchase, the item you're purchasing, will truly meet your needs, and maybe making sure there's a warranty attached. Also, as far as signing documents, can you sometimes put off signing certain documents until Mercury goes direct? Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. So it just means rereading those documents and making sure that everything you're signing off on is agreeable to you. So that's a little bit of a long-winded explanation, but you just really want to honor the energies of the planet, and by doing so, it brings you energetically in alignment with the planet. It also brings you in alignment with what's going on around you, which makes you better equipped to deal with whatever comes to you, whatever happens in your life, so that you can address it in a very smooth and easy manner. So I hope somebody out there gets some benefit from this. And if you have any questions, would like more information, feel free to let me know. Leave me a question in the comments, and I will be happy to address them. I hope everybody had a wonderful 3 weeks of Mercury retrograde. I hope you come out of it as unscathed as possible. And of course, I'm saying this with a sense of humor. Please forgive me, it's escaping me, but there's at least one other planet that's retrograde right now. Planets go retrograde seemingly all the time. It's just a fact of life, and it all comes back to awareness and working with the energies of the planets in order to not only go about your day in a smooth manner, but also to be in sync with the energies around us. So again, I hope somebody out there gets something out of this, and I wish you all a wonderful, wonderful day.